Mate, yesterday I said at the end of my video that I was going to do a alien and UFO video today. That's now coming tomorrow because we have to talk about the crazy news about the 3-Eye Atlas, mate. Right? It's really, really strange. The updates are mad. Basically, the 3-Eye Atlas is the third interstellar object coming into our solar system. The first one was called the Oumuamua in 2017, and the second one was called the 2-Eye Borisov. That was in 2019, and this one's obviously the 3-Eye Atlas, okay? So, here's the first strange thing, and don't worry, mate, these get more and more strange. Right, so, can you remember back in 1977, you might not have been born then, it's alright, I wasn't either. 1977 in August, right, there was a thing called the WOW signal. Right, this university received a signal and they wrote on that piece of paper, wow. Right, so potentially the 3-Eye Atlas has come from where that signal came from. What the actual F? Listen to this, right? Two of the strangest cosmic events might share the same galactic neighborhood, and that's too weird to ignore. The WOW signal, a 72-second whisper from the stars, in August 1977, a radio telescope at Ohio State University captured something extraordinary, a narrowband signal at 1,420.456 megahertz, right on the hydrogen line, the frequency many scientists consider the universal hailing channel for interstellar communication. Astronomer Jerry Ayman circled the data and wrote "wow" in the margin. The annotation gave the signal its name and launched decades of speculation. Was it an alien transmission, a natural phenomenon, a comet cloud? Despite countless follow-up scans, the signal never repeated. It remains one of SETI's most intriguing anomalies. The signal's origin, the constellation Sagittarius, a region teeming with stars near the center of the galaxy. Now, Sagittarius, right? I'm fast forwarding. Fast forward. Enter 3-Eye Atlas. This is where it gets freaky deaky. Nearly 5 decades later, the universe throws us another mystery: 3-Eye Atlas, an interstellar object now passing through the solar system. It's the only third confirmed visitor from beyond our solar system, after Oumuamua and Borisov, with the 3-Eye Atlas coming from Sagittarius. Yes, the same galactic neighborhood tied to the WOW signal. Coincidence? Probably. But coincidences this big have a way of sparking curiosity and headlines. Why Sagittarius matters. The galactic center isn't just cosmic wallpaper, it's a dense hub of stars, dust, and radio emissions. If intelligent civilizations were looking for a common meeting point to broadcast signals, this region would be logical choice. It's the cosmic Times Square. What? That's why SETI researchers have long focused their ears on frequencies like 1420 MHz hydrogen line in directions like Sagittarius. Both the WOW signal and our new interstellar guest share this backdrop. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. Imagine if this thing is coming over because it heard our bloody signal, or it gave off a signal. Like, that's mad, right? Now, this is something else. I'm just going to throw in nuggets of things which I think that have been, people are talking about, which is quite strange. I remember when Avi Loeb, the scientist, pretty much the only scientist, has come out and said, look, this potentially could be an alien mothership, right? Or something not a comet. So he says that basically there is a bandwidth between 0 being absolutely a comet to 10 being absolutely something man-made. And he says, with the evidence so far, we're getting to a 4. So it's absolutely not got the characteristics of a comet. So 4 is 1 away from 5. Where basically he's saying it's a 50-50 chance between this thing being a comet a comet or an actual like something man-made. And I'm going to show you some videos of why he thinks this in a second. I remember him saying a while ago that this thing didn't have a tail. And what I mean by a tail is when things like go through space, it's got some sort of like gases and particles and stuff coming trailing behind it. This thing hasn't got it. And I remember him saying it. In fact, let me just try and find Avi Loeb.
Having me, the biggest question is whether the reflection of sunlight is coming from a solid surface, in which case, as you pointed out, it could be as big as 40 kilometers, twice as big as Manhattan Island, or maybe a dense cloud of dust. Now, until recently, we haven't seen dust being pushed back behind the object, but
see, until recently, we haven't seen any dust being pushed back on the object
by the solar radiation pressure. And so one had to conclude that perhaps we are seeing a giant object. But a rock that big is 1,000,000 times more massive than the previous interstellar objects that we've seen, Oumuamua and Borisov. And that is quite unlikely. So either this is actually a dense cloud of dust that somehow did not produce until recently a tail, or this is not a rock.
Or it's not a rock, as in some sort of exhaust system, right? Some sort of engine. It's like, what? Okay. This is what I'm saying, mate. This is why I'm saying it's very, very strange.
That case, maybe it's targeting the inner solar system. We know that the trajectory is very well aligned with the planets, and it will come very close, as you pointed out, to Mars, and later in March 2026 to Jupiter. And so the fundamental question, as far as I'm concerned, is what is the object? How big is it? And with the camera HiRISE that is on board the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, we should be able to resolve the object with a pixel size of 30 kilometers. That will be our best chance in the immediate future to tell what is it.
Yeah, because what he's planned to do, he's contacted NASA, and because of the trajectory of where it's going, when it gets to I think it's, what do you say, Jupiter, he wants to get the Juno telescope closer. He wants to just give Juno telescope a little bit of a push to get close, so they can literally film it from a 30-kilometer distance, mate. That's going to be absolutely crazy. I think he said October.
So we're going to lose the Earth perspective, but we're going to get a perspective from some of the imagery and imagers that we have around Mars or on Mars. That's fascinating stuff. But I got.
Oh, sorry, was it Mars? I think it got mixed up. Juno is the telescope. I think they're going to be using. They're pushing it. I might have got mixed up. I'm excited. All right.
Like rewind you a little bit. Getting back to the tail. Is the tail now pointing in the right direction? Because for a while there, it seemed like the tail was pointing towards the sun, right?
Right. And in fact, I'm now working on a paper trying to understand that. This is the first time something like that is.
This scientist that has been documenting the stars for many, many years has never seen this. Right? He's never seen this. This is mad.
Observed where there is a glow ahead of the object towards the sun, and now as it approached closer to the sun, there seemed to be some teardrop shape to the plume of gas and dust around it. And that may be just the focusing of whatever is scattering sunlight around it by the solar wind or by the solar radiation pressure. We don't know exactly what is causing it. As it comes closer to the sun, we will get much better information because, interrogation tactics often uses stressful environment to get a confession. And in this case, we might get a confession from this visitor as to the nature of it and where it came from. And science can be fun as long as you open your mind to something new. And we definitely know there are new things in this context because, for example, we detected nickel without iron in some recent data around the object, and that the only way you get that usually is from industrial production of nickel alloys. And
listen to that again. Listen.
for example, we detected nickel without iron in some recent data around the object, and that the only way you get that usually is from industrial production of nickel alloys. And so there are many open questions. The plume of gas around it is mostly carbon dioxide, 95% by mass, based on the Webb telescope data, and only 5% by mass, water vapor. So, we don't fully understand what's going on there.
And Professor, I know very early on, before we had a little bit more fidelity here, I asked you, and you're like, it's probably a comet. Is it becoming less and less likely of a comet here in your eyes?
For now, I rank it 4 on the scale that I define that is called
almost 50-50.
Loeb scale, where 0 is a natural object and 10 is a technological object.
Absolutely crazy. All right. But there's something else which I wanted to show you. Maybe this is a little bit sort of okay. But look at this. Aaron, I mean, he says, now we're lying and saying 3i Atlas suddenly has a tail, but also shared a picture that shows they smeared the image to give the appearance. I guess every star in the sky also has infrared tail now, lol. So they're saying the new image from the Gemini Observatory shows the cosmic broad coma, or a cloud of dust and gas that forms around its nucleus as it gets closer to the sun. Astronomers said in a news release, the tail spans about 1/200th of a degree in the sky. 1 degree is about the width of a pinky finger, according to the news release. The tail also points away from the sun. Okay, but I don't see any trails here. But so we're seeing this. I still think it's odd, regardless of whether they've blurred it to give it a tail or not. I think it's odd that it didn't have a tail and now it has got a tail. Each one, even if it kept on not having a tail, that's odd. But it's still odd that it didn't have a tail and it's now gone back. If anything, that's more odd that it didn't have a tail and now it's got a tail. I want to show you this as well. So there has been potentially... Okay, hang on. What's this? 3i Atlas enhanced images hidden from the public. 3i Atlas enhanced images hidden from the public. Planet X News. 3i Atlas enhanced images hidden from the public. Ooh, okay.
Reputation at Harvard to call urgent attention to both Oumuamua and 3i Atlas as possible. I would say probable. At this point, alien reconnaissance probes. 3i Atlas enhanced images hidden from the public.
By the way, this potentially is not the only thing hidden, which I'm going to show you in a minute.
Inner structure is approximately 15 miles in diameter, or 82,000 feet in diameter. As you zoom in, you can clearly see a ribbed structure that appears seamless.
What?
The James Webb Telescope just confirmed that 3i Atlas is not behaving like any comet ever seen. What Avi Loeb just dropped changes everything we thought we knew about this comet. Its trajectory is another red flag, because instead of being random, like a true interstellar wanderer, it's aligned perfectly with the ecliptic plane, the plane of our solar system. What are the odds of that? The Very Large Telescope in Chile just made it spicier. They found cyanide and nickel without iron in the plume. Natural comets show iron plus nickel together. Nickel without iron? That's the mark of industrial nickel alloy production.
Mate.
Will 3i Atlas finally show us what it really is? A dying comet? A probe leaking industrial byproducts? Or the first undeniable artifact of alien engineering drifting through our system? Stay tuned. There will be more intel coming in soon.
Ooh, go and subscribe and do the thing. May, okay. Right, so with that picture, I mean, that is odd, isn't it? It looks like it's been deliberately blanked out or something. What the actual F, mate? And then talking about that, oh, this is, by the way, straight in 2 hours ago by Red Collie here. 3i Atlas latest photos in true colors. Ordinary comet, clown face. Look, this is true colors. Because I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. Look at that. That's a comet. A green comet. What? Wow. Oh yeah, this is something I wanted to show you, just out of just a bit of fun. One of the latest photos of Interstellar 3i Atlas. I've seen this before. It's Goku, right? Look at this. Yeah. And obviously, he's just put that. What is Goku? I haven't got a clue what Goku is. But that image there reminded me of this. It reminded me of this. Look at you, eh? And talking about that, I know I'm gonna bring you back in a second, okay? But that also made me think, and I saw this as well. Shall I show you the leak first? No, I'll show you the leak afterwards. Look at this. This blew my mind, mate. This actually blew my mind.
From stone walls to space telescopes, humanity has always recorded the same visitors. Cave paintings show beings kneeling beneath glowing objects. Ancient texts warn of watchers descending from the heavens. And today, telescopes capture interstellar wanderers. Oumuamua in 2017, Borisov in 2019, and now 3i Atlas. The pattern stretches across thousands of years. Were these cosmic rocks or ancient probes? The question isn't what they are, but who. From stone...
Wait. Alright, you think that's pretty cool? Look at this, mate. Look at this.
Astronomers overlaid this ancient map with our modern sky chart in 2017. When Oumuamua was approaching, the same object appears, in the same region, from the same direction. Now, 3i Atlas comes from the same distant part of the vast universe. The ancients didn't call them space rocks. They called them gods. They painted them, carved them, worshipped them. The first one appears to have been a probe. But what about this one? Are they returning? Their star map is so accurate, it defies explanation. How is this possible? When astronomers overlaid this ancient...
This is the overlay. Right? And someone was like, hang on a second, is this AI? This is the overlay.
Map with our modern sky chart in 2017 when
Right? And so I took the picture and I uploaded it onto Google and did like a search, and it came up. The Akbar Cave, Kazakhstan, is a Bronze Age archaeological site known for its unique rock paintings and pentagraphs, some of which are theorized to represent astronomical knowledge. The image shows... Oh, bollocks. The image shows a drawing from Akbar Cave, Kazakhstan, described as an ancient map that astronomers overlaid. After further investigation, Akbar Cave in East Kazakhstan is a well-documented Bronze Age site that paint with wall paintings dating back to around 3000 BC, featuring triangles, rectangles, lines, dots, and human figures. Some researchers speculate it may have served as an ancient observatory due to alignment with celestial events and the presence of heart-shaped hole possibly used to track constellations. However, there is no credible evidence from recent archaeological studies or official sources confirming the astronomers have overlaid any ancient map onto these markings and found a match. This claim seems to stem from unverified interpretations of popular speculations rather than established research. However, okay, it's still pretty cool. What do you think? Like, I'm wanting to believe that. Yes, okay, there's not been any hardcore evidence, as it says there, but the cave's unique features continue to intrigue, but the specific overlay claim remains unproven. Unproven, but not wrong, right? I just thought that was absolutely amazing. Now, this is where it gets a little bit spooky wooky, mate. This is where it gets a bit spooky wooky. Look at this. Breaking news. 3i Atlas, straight off the dark web, reposted on Godlike Productions thread. This is not a comet. So basically, NASA apparently are covering up about this thing. Listen to this. NASA, so some of it's cut off. NASA memo on Atlas posted on dark web. Urgent leaked NASA memo on Atlas posted on dark web. Deep Signal 88. OP original post is not wrong. Object is not natural. We call it class 7. Instructions were given to keep narrative contained. Public cannot know. Check DSN anomaly report. Transmission 411C before it disappears. 17 days until first major orbital deviation. Don't ask how I know. This account will be gone soon. Check the skies yourself. Its acceleration has been logged by amateur astronomers. NASA scrubbed 2 live feeds last week. Why? Because it made a course correction on camera. Natural bodies don't do that. Or natural bodies don't do that. It had a course correction. The object previously designated as Comet Atlas exhibits acceleration properties consistent with Newtonian predictions. Primarily, analysis indicates non-gravitational influences, unknown origin. Surface scans suggest highly reflective composite metal. Spectral anomalies recorded. Suspend all public discussions of object C2019Y4 outside scripted narrative. Redirect external communications to standard Comet. Disintegration protocol? Neutralize unauthorized dissemination of digital platforms. Object appears to be under active vector control. Maintain operation silence. Further intelligence. Like, look. It's pretty cool. I've got to admit, anyone could make up that. Anyone could write that. What do you think? Is that classified? Like, I don't know, man. It's so tough. It's just weird, isn't it? It's just, all of it is just a little bit weird. The only problem is with that email is that, or leaked email, whatever it is, I tried to find the NASA clip that got taken down. And the only thing I can see is this.
At 2:25 p.m. on June 18th, 2025, just moments before NASA's live feed tracking 3i Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar visitor to our solar system, suddenly cut out, something shocking was caught on camera. A single baffling frame flashed across screens, hinting at something in deep space that didn't look natural at all. Was it a glitch? Or had we just witnessed the first glimpse of an artificial interstellar object?
Well, if it's anything to do with that email, it means that the email said that it changed direction.
The frame itself looked like any other. A dim nucleus, a faint coma, and a hazy tail, all floating in the black void of space. But then something sharp caught the light. a straight line, an edge, geometric, almost metallic, appearing in the lower left quadrant of the image. It didn't belong. Under normal conditions, space debris scatters light in irregular streaks, but this was different.
Right, so he's claiming then that there's a live feed, and all of a sudden this long, horizontal, whatever angle it was, shining light, sharp shining light came across it, or whatever, on it, which suggests that it's made from something, man-made. Where's the feed? Don't just tell us and put little AI images up on the screen. Show us it.
The reflection was too precise, too crisp. Was it possible that what NASA had captured was a piece of engineered technology? Something from beyond our own solar system? Independent astronomers quickly jumped into action, running edge detection algorithms, and what they found was undeniable. A straight line, 37 pixels long, catching the light at an angle that didn't match any known cosmic artifact.
Where's the picture?
It looks like a polished, manufactured surface. Metal, maybe? This glint wasn't just an...
Do not tell me that that's
crisp.
the picture.
Was it...
That ain't the picture. Okay? That's not the picture. Our telescopes can't zoom in that close, mate.
It looks like a polished, manufactured surface. Metal, maybe? This glint wasn't just an optical illusion. It was too deliberate, too perfect. Was this our first evidence of alien technology? But as quickly as the feed revealed this anomaly, it vanished. The blackout that followed added more mystery to the situation.
We don't see it. We don't see it. We don't see the image or the video. NASA ends 3i Atlas feed. You don't see any of it. It's going to be on Twitter, right? It's going to be on X. There is nothing, guys. There is nothing about that anywhere that I can see. If you can see it, please send it to me, because I would love to be able to see this thing. So that's the news about the 3i Atlas. What do you think, mate? Do you still think it's just a normal comet? Or do you think it's something else? Do you think it's a mothership, an alien mothership? Anyway, mate, I don't know. I still don't know. It's up to you. All right? Tell me what you think. Thank you so much. Stick around for tomorrow. I hope to see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.